In Invincible Season 3, there is a clear thematic conflict being laid out. The moral argument is about whether you should compromise your morals or not. The morals are never kill people and never work with villains and criminals. Mark believes that you should never compromise your morals. Cecil believes that you should compromise your morals if it means saving the world. His quote is, "We can be the good guys, or we can be the guys that save the world. We can't be both." Being the good guys refers to upholding virtuous morals. Being the guys that save the world means doing anything to save the most lives possible, even sacrificing morals. Throughout the season, Mark's belief is shown to be wrong, while Cecil's is right. Whenever Mark sticks to his beliefs, he fails, but when he compromises, he succeeds. Others always succeed when they compromise. There's a sort of intertextuality going on when you include classic superheroes, because this theme is in opposition to popular Boy Scout heroes like Superman and Spider-Man. They are often written as characters that will always get the job done without compromising their virtuous morals and values. Invincible is like a response to that because it makes Mark a Boy Scout character, like them, except he fails when he doesn't compromise and starts succeeding when he does. The themes of Invincible criticize the themes of Superman and Spider-Man. Here are the examples. When Mark fought Doc Seismic while following his belief, he lost and almost died. Cecil's use of Reaniman and Darkwing are what allowed the heroes to beat the villains. In Cecil's past, using reformed criminals saved his life. When he met Omni-Man, he let him do as he pleased because he was strong. He said as long as he saves lives, he doesn't care about his motivations. When Mark fights the Maulers without killing them, he almost dies. When Oliver kills them, he wins and saves everyone. When Mark is sent to the future, he has no choice but to kill Immortal, allowing him to save the day. When Mark refuses to work with Titan to stop a greater evil, he loses and almost dies. But Titan and Machine Head working together is what saves him. In the season finale, Mark learns his lesson and completes his arc. He chooses to kill Conquest and tells Oliver that he was right all along. His no-killing rule is now gone. This focus on the thematic conflict makes the story a lot stronger. The success of the truth and failure of the lie are executed multiple times in the season, making the message clear. But going back to previous seasons reveals a contradiction. In Season 1, when Omni-Man wanted to prepare Earth for the Viltrumite takeover, both Mark and Cecil were against it. Omni-Man said that the Viltrumite Empire could stop wars, eliminate hunger, and give Earth medical technology centuries ahead of what they had. All they had to do was submit to their rule. This sounds like it'd be for the greater good, but Mark stood against it and got demolished, yet this was written as if Mark made the honorable choice. Even Cecil tried to stop Omni-Man. Cecil was choosing to be the good guy over saving the world. In Season 2, Anissa comes to deliver a message. She said humanity had less than an 18% chance of surviving the next century without the loss of billions of lives, and human greed would cause large parts of the planet to be uninhabitable. She also said they could repair the climate, feed the hungry, punish criminals, and save more lives in a single year. But once again, Mark stood in her way. Cecil supported Mark got demolished, and it was written as if he made the noble choice. Cecil was choosing to be the good guy over saving the world. If the Viltrumites taking over Earth would result in a net positive, why does Cecil stand in their way? The iconic quote implies Cecil is willing to play the bad guy to save the world, that he's willing to cross any line for Earth. It implies that in this story, characters can't keep all their heroic morals and save the world. They can only choose one. Yet Cecil and Mark contradict this. And why is it that whenever Mark chooses not to compromise against them, the Viltrumites, it's written as if he made the right decision? It contradicts the idea that virtuous values should be sacrificed in order to save more lives. Is there a line when the ends no longer justify the means? Because if there is, the show hasn't done a good job of showing it. It seems as if the story can't decide whether Mark is supposed to be a love letter or a counter-argument to the Boy Scout superheroes. It seems to flip-flop back and forth, especially when the Viltrumites are the villains.